Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today I'm going to share with you my top 9 favorite features of one of my favorite Amazon repricing software programs called Profit Protector Pro. Now, this repricing software is a game changer for many sellers out there that I've trained currently and in the past, and I've personally seen significant improvements in their sales and in their profits since they started using it. But before we dive into my favorite features, I want to remind you that PPP is just one of many repricers out there and one of many that I personally recommend. So this may not be the right fit for you, or it may be the perfect fit for your business. Depending on your business and what you're looking to accomplish, there may be other repricers that suit your needs better. But in fact, I've already done videos on Profit Protector Pro in the past, doing a demo, also BQool and Aura, and I plan to do more on other repricers in depth in the future. So if it's something that you're interested in checking out those videos, you can head to my repricers playlist on this channel. But if you're interested in checking out PPP, I'd appreciate it if you use my affiliate link at bit.ly/PPP repricer. The link is below and in the description. Also, if you just want to check out any of the other links that I have for discounts or extended trials, you can see that in the description as well. But if you don't want to use my links, that's fine. No pressure. I wanted to let you know though. Now, with that said, let's get into my top favorite features of Profit Protector Pro in no particular order. I'm going to share my screen and walk through these with you. My demo account, though, is actually using an Amazon UK seller account. It's not my seller account. It's actually a demo account that PPP set up and let me use for this purpose. But I just wanted you to know that PPP does work in many different marketplaces, such as the US, Canada, Mexico, all across the EU and UK. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So my first favorite feature is actually the ability to favorite products, because you can mark any item in your inventory as a favorite using the star icon. It's actually a quick and easy way to keep track of your most important products. So if you have certain things that just sell like crazy, or even things that you want to keep an eye on, however you decide to use it, you can use the star icon and favorite them, so that then whenever you come to your repricing page, you can just filter by those stars. So let me go ahead and show you how to use that here. If you're in the dashboard, you want to go to the repricing section. And then right here is the star. You can click this star to star your favorites and then view them via the favorites filter at the top of the page. So if I were to click this, it becomes a favorite. If I go up to the top here where it says filters, I can go to this little section, apply filter, and it would pull up all of the favorites. Now, since this first one was already a favorite, it'll probably just pull that one up, as well as some of the others that are currently linked. But if I were to unselect or deselect that star, will then remove that the next time that I go and filter it. So I accidentally clicked it twice, but there you go. That will then filter it out for you. So I really like that, because again, if you're trying to monitor things that you need to keep an eye on, it's a quick and easy way to do that. Or you can use it for your best ASINs that you just want to continually go back and check out. Okay, so number 2 is actually the ability to bulk select products. So repricing obviously can be a tedious task, especially when you have a lot of products to manage, and the bulk select feature within Profit Protector Pro makes this task much more manageable by allowing you to select multiple products and apply bulk actions in just a few clicks. A lot of repricing software programs have this feature, but I think there are a lot of sellers that potentially don't use it that often, and they go through one by one and make changes when you could just do a bulk select option and save yourself time. So you can actually choose to select products individually, all items on the page, or your entire inventory using this feature, and then apply those bulk actions, such as turning on or off repricing or deleting selected items. Now, if you're in the repricing page, you want to click on bulk select, and then you can do all, which would be all marketplaces for that particular product. Or if you have just one that you want to select, you can select it for that particular marketplace. In this case, again, the demo account is showing just the UK, so I will deselect all. But we can go through and just select a few products, and then I could go and change strategies to default. I could then come over here and click turn off. I could select all of the products on the page, and then I could also select all of the pages that are currently filtered for my favorites if I wanted to apply to all of my favorites a particular change. And so this makes it extremely easy to make that change. I really like that. And if you want to change all SKUs to the default strategy, you can do that, but I'm going to click no. But ultimately, if you want to select multiple products, make changes for particular, for changing the repricing strategy to on or to off, or to delete those products from your Profit Protector Pro account, you can do that. Super simple, and I really like it, so you don't have to go through one by one and make those changes. Okay, so the third favorite feature that I have is actually the break-even fees page. And so with this page, it's important to make sure that you're filling in all of your break-even fees for any relevant costs or setting up your return on investment, your ROI methods. This information is crucial for Profit Protector Pro to calculate your profitability, to provide accurate estimates for ROI, as well as it gets taken into account for the minimum and maximum automation calculations. If you have it automatically set up your mins and maxes for your repricer, it takes those break-even fees into account. So if you go into your account and you click on the account section in the bottom left, and then you go over to calculation settings, you can see there's a lot like min and max automation that I just discussed, which is a cool feature if you want to turn it on based off of the marketplaces. Just real quick, I'll go down to the US. You can say, all right, I want the minimum to be at this level of buy box or break even or a certain ROI. Let's just say an ROI plus a percentage of 10. And then you can leave it there. You can add more conditions for it. You could also have the maximum set up over here based off maybe ROI plus 50%, right? And these aren't things that you should necessarily set up because there's a lot of factors to consider. I'm just showing you this is how it can work, and you turn them on or off if you want those automatically calculated. But if you scroll down to the very bottom, this is where you get to break even fees. And if you use a prep center, you can include prep fees. You can use a bundle prep fee, which I think is really cool. And then extra fees. Maybe you wanted to add in bubble wrap, or you wanted to add in poly bags or stickers, or if you do have employee costs and you want to do that as well. And then there's extra fee percentages. I'm not sure why you would use that, but you could. I'm sure there's a use for it. If you do anything with the UK and their VAT taxes, you would have to put that in there. Same with grocery. Now, shipping cost is something that you could keep in mind. Same with referral fees, ROI methods, and FBA fee, VAT exempt. Again, if you're not in the UK or in if you're in the United States, you don't need to worry about VAT taxes unless you're selling in other marketplaces, like I believe Canada has it, and the UK, etc. Now, ROI methods is where you want to select your particular method, and it shows the calculation information down here. Profit divided by product cost, and then you've got all these different methods. So personally, I would probably go with method 1, just because I like the simplest of profit divided by the product cost. However, you could include things like product cost, shipping costs, prep, bundling fees, because those are technically costs of goods for yourself. But really, I think the most simplest is method 1, which is why it's the default option. Some people like to use method 2 through 6. I think 6 is too much because you're including Amazon fees, and so that is where you're kind of double counting for profit and in your ROI calculation. I like to keep it as simple as possible and do it that way. But that is also where you get seller discrepancies. So if you hear somebody talk about their ROI, they might be using a different calculation for their return on investment versus yours. So personally, I would do method 1, but here's where you can set up those break-even fees. So all of the fees are included into your profitability, your ROI, your min and max calculations, etc. Okay, now the fourth favorite feature of Profit Protector Pro is actually their Google Chrome extension, and it's one of my favorite features about PPP, and really one of my favorite features about any repricer that I've taken a look at. It's a huge time saver, makes the repricing process even more efficient than using all these other features on PPP. So if I go to an example, it's actually one of the product's inventory items in this demo account. Whenever you click on it, you can see the Profit Protector Pro Google Chrome extension shows up down here. and it has the SKU pulled up. It already has the ASIN pulled up. It shows your buy price, your break even, your minimum and your maximum, as well as your strategy in every single marketplace. So if you had this product in multiple marketplaces, it would show up in multiple, and you can make changes. So I could actually go here and say, well, the buy price is now $14, and that would end up changing the break even price on the back end. Also, I could just say, you know what, I want my minimum to be, $20 instead of $22.50. Or I want my maximum to be $35 instead of $30. You can also change it to any of the strategies, which whenever I click it, it doesn't show it on my screen, but there are tons of strategies, from super aggressive to aggressive sales to balanced sales to the hybrid profit maximizer that you can see right here, or hybrid profit harvester that you can see right here. And I just love that, because if you've got something that is old and you want to get rid of it, you can start switching up the strategies straight on the Amazon page. You do not need to be doing that 100% from over here if you don't want to. And so I believe that's a huge feature that really saves a lot of time. Instead of going into the repricing page and doing that yourself, you can go and do that on the Amazon page. I love it, and I highly recommend using that. Now, I have heard people say it's a little slow to update, but ultimately I think that it's worth it. If it takes a few hours for it to actually talk to the software on the desktop side, then that's totally fine to me, but you might have a similar experience and not like that. Just wanted you to be aware that I've heard that in the past. Now, the fifth favorite feature of Profit Protector Pro is actually their new user interface. If you've seen my demo video before, you can see that it was quite a bit different at the time. And the old user interface for PPP was kind of clunky, and I didn't like it personally. It was actually one of my least favorite things about the software. But actually in March 2023, about 2 weeks from the time of this recording ago, they updated the user interface, and I like it so much better. Yes, it is still, I think there's some things that I would want to have included or changed about it, but ultimately I think it's way better. A little bit easier to use. It's easier on the eyes, and I like this, the sidebar and all of the easy navigation that they integrated into it. And so that is something that I actually really appreciate about the new user interface. Now, the sixth favorite feature of Profit Protector Pro is actually their support. They have tons of different options. If you ever need help with Profit Protector Pro, there are 3 main ways to get it. I think this is very important from a repricer standpoint, because maybe you can get the answers yourself, or maybe you can reach out to their support team, whatever it may be. This is important for any software program. And so if we go over to the help section down here, right above your account, click on that. First, there's actually a frequently asked questions section, which provides tons of different pieces of advice. And really, it may actually answer your own question that you have, where you can find it in that frequently asked questions page. Now, second, there are actually training videos available for learning the Repricer. This is really the best place to find out more about using all of Profit Protector Pro and how to utilize all of the different features. I personally think that anybody that gets a software, especially a Repricer from Amazon, should go through all the training videos as much as possible so you get a good feel for how to use it. And then finally, there's the strategies explained, which is really the bread and butter of the software. So this is how PPP will reprice between your set minimum and maximum prices. So if you need to find out more about how they all work, this is the place to be. If I click on strategies explained, as I mentioned earlier on the Google Chrome extension, they have all the different strategies for you to choose from. And this is where you're going to want to go through and see, okay, what's the default strategy? What's super aggressive? And gives a very good description of exactly what's happening. And so this actually is what brings me to my 7th favorite feature about Profit Protector Pro, which is that they have multiple pre-built strategies. And it really is based on whatever your need is. So depending on your business model, depending on your goals, you can choose a strategy that best suits your needs. And utilizing these different strategies really can make your business so much better. Plus, it pairs so well with my 8th favorite feature, which I'll get to in a second. But I just love that they have super aggressive options. They have balanced sales. They have cautious sales. They have a profit one. So maybe your sales are less, but it's going to maximize for profit, hybrid, passive profit, matching the buy box, penny under, penny over. So they really give you tons of options. Plus, if you go down to here, they've got merchant fulfilled aggressive sales generator and merchant fulfilled balanced sales accumulator. And they give very good descriptions. They tell you if it's an algorithmic strategy versus if it's something that is not algorithmic. And so if you are looking to try a bunch of different things, you can do it. You can test it out on different products and see what works best for you. Now, you're going to want to pair all of these strategies with my 8th favorite feature, which is automations. And Profit Protector Pro has automations feature that are one of the most powerful things about using this software. It really allows the repricer to make changes to your products based on certain criteria on a listing that you set up. So, for example, you can set the software up to switch your minimums and maximums, to switch your repricing strategy, to stop repricing at set times, etc., all based on criteria that you give it. And if you go into the automation section, you can actually see all of the different tests and demos that I've put together, but you can build out new automations. So you can use the wizard, you can use the flow. I'm just going to use the flow for this example. Whenever you click on that, it brings you to a different page where you can name the automation. Maybe it's you like to use the super aggressive strategy and you want to switch it to the cautious one, or actually it'd probably be more the opposite. You have a cautious strategy to the super aggressive because you're trying to get rid of something that isn't selling. Now, underneath condition 1, you can select from a multitude of different options, but for this particular strategy, you'd probably want to select when no sales have occurred for, and then you would put an amount of days, weeks, or months. And so I'm going to put days. If no sales have occurred for 45 days, I want this to switch the strategy to the aggressive sales generator. I think that's perfect. Or you could say the super aggressive dominator. And so this gives the ability to add that condition. And so I really like that if you want your repricing strategies to automatically switch from whatever you typically default to a new one such as super aggressive. You can also have tons of different options for if the stock falls below a certain amount, or if the seller numbers decrease to something. Let's say it goes from 5 down to 2. And whenever it goes down to 2 sellers, you want to raise your price because there's less stock at Amazon. Or let's say it's the opposite and the sellers increase from 2 up to 15. And once it hits 15, you want to start being more aggressive with your repricing strategy. There's so many options there. I love it. Take the time to use the automations and the strategies to really up your game with Profit Protector Pro. And finally, my 9th favorite feature about Profit Protector Pro is their Facebook group. It's actually a free group to join, and they're very active with different tips, strategies, answering questions, etc. I think that that's a super important piece. That's free, like I said, to join. Just search Profit Protector Pro on Facebook. You can find it really easy. There's different tips of the day. There's different questions, all of that here. And so they're very active. Actually, this was posted today, about 6 hours from the time that I was recording this. And I really like being in the group. It's very helpful. All right, there you have it. My top 9 favorite features of Profit Protector Pro. This repricer has helped so many people that I train to save time, increase sales and profits, and ultimately manage their inventory more efficiently. But remember, PPP is just one of the many repricers out there. And I want you to choose the one that best suits your needs for your business. So make sure to check out my repricers playlist if you'd like to see more demos to make the right repricing decision for your business. Because there's tons of different videos that I've done on repricers. I'm going to continue to go more in depth on all of the different options that I personally like, from BQool to Aura to SellerSnap to maybe Informed or some other repricers that are out there, as well as Profit Protector Pro. So make sure to check out my affiliate link at bit.ly/PPP Repricer. You can start your 14-day free trial with them. I really love the software. I think you will too, especially because I've seen so many sellers in my community and through Facebook, YouTube, etc. have so much success with PPP. Now, let me know in the comments below what your favorite features are in a repricer, or if you have any suggestions for repricers or other software programs that you'd like me to check out and review in the future. Personally, I really love doing these videos, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.